Yeah, winning, I'm balling like Pippin. Got the plus in the rest with the cash out. Try to practice social distance. Hey.
What up? We back on Culture Cafe, man. I got another guest in the building. Go by the name Looselyric. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, bro. How you been?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. So go ahead and introduce yourself for the people that's going to be watching this.
Shit, I'm Looselyric, engineer, producer, singer, actor, you know, everything that you know what I mean? Entrepreneur, business owner. Yeah.
So check it, bro. I've been following you for a while now since your, your Living in California album, right? So you got like some heavy hitters on your album. You got Big June, you got C-Hecc, you got Ryan Anthony, Mitchie Slick, you got Ray Champion. Like, so, and then including that, was going through your Instagram and a lot of your Spotify and stuff like that, and I saw your major credits, which you got Nipsey, you got Snoop, that's Gucci, just to name a few.
I know we just started talking, but it's kind of like what we were saying off camera. So, everything is really about patience. In the beginning, I'm just recording the homies in the house, in my closet and shit, and I got the opportunity to work at a studio called the Batcave. And so the Batcave back in the day was, a studio where everybody used to record at, Mitchie. That's where I met Racy and Jazz and everybody and Dave Moss. And, as I was kind of like the nigga on the couch, you feel me? So I was just like not learning a lot of engineering or whatever, but I would just be around just so I could be around who is that nigga at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, working there, after you get the first credit, or after some, you get the recognition, then, it's kind of a little easier to wiggle and,
Yeah, negotiate things.
And as soon as you get the next one, you got two, and now you look better, now you doing more, you know what I'm saying?
So I take, you get those credits, it opens more business and more people start. Yeah. Okay. So since you wear so many hats, which came first, the artist or the engineer and producer?
All of it.
Oh, so it all like basically started at the same time?
Yep. Just like everybody else, I was in, high school rapping and shit, But we was making beats too, And the recording thing happened kind of like I couldn't afford studio time. You feel me? So, and then when I started to try to afford studio time, since my voice is so unique, it was just hard to find an engineer that could actually like engineer me. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just had to, get it out the mud and figure it out on my own.
Self-taught.
And I'm glad it happened. Even though at the time I hated it, it kind of built me to be who I am.
Today. So everybody has a reason why they started doing music. Like, what was your trigger point that was like, I'm about to just start doing this shit?
I ain't never had a trigger point. It was just in me.
It was just also.
It was just in me. Like,
so you just one of those that's just good at stuff and you don't got to practice. That's what you're telling
me? I definitely had to get practice because, in the beginning, everybody has that beginning.
Right.
So in the beginning, it was wobbly. It wasn't loose lyric that I am today. So, definitely wasn't that. It was just like, it just chose me. I've done other things and tried 9 to 5s and all this, but I do this. This is what I do every day, all day, and get paid. And, it just chose me, bro. I never really thought about it like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was always wondering because, most people that I've talked to, there's a reason why, if it was an influence or somebody in their family was doing it or their mama was an artist or something like that. So I was wondering, but for you, it's just like I was born to do it.
Kind of pick me. Yeah. And I'm blessed and I'm appreciative. I do have influencers, but, it definitely just picked me.
That's dope though. So how would you just, like, if you didn't know people, like say we all at a dinner table right now, no one at the table knew you, how would you describe you and then your project to them?
Me and my project. So this is what I would do, first and foremost. If I'm at a table and I have to introduce I wouldn't do it like that. That's just not me, It would be me to attract the people to want to be curious about what I'm doing. So I would just, just be natural and just do me. But to describe my project, I don't even have a project coming out right now. I'm just doing singles. So everything right now, what I'm trying to do is just kind of, be myself more. I feel like in a project, you're like confined into this one character or ideal that you have to do. Right now, I just have so many different parts of me that I just trying to get out, and I can't all get it out in one project. So I'm just trying to take it one by one and do it single by single. Like for example, we was talking about off camera the Gettin It. That was something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to make a video like a movie.
Bro,
You know
that
what I'm
video,
saying?
that set the bar to shit in San Diego, bro. Like we was talking off camera, you could tell it had direction. It had a beginning, middle, and an end. And it was a story. And it was like I was saying, it's like if you took the words off, I would still understand that story. And then when you put the words on, and then it just adds this different emotion and dynamic to it, and you like, yeah, like you want to keep watching it. And then I watched it a couple times and be like, okay, what I missed? You know what I mean? Okay, what transitions was this art? What the director was doing? Who came up with this creative idea? Because I know it just wasn't his idea, because he has to give you or shoot what you want to portray. So it's like, just to see how you guys were able to come together and make that, bro. Like that was, I appreciated that video. How does your personality reflect in your music, or just in your music or your body of work? Like,
So my personality is just, just like, my whole story is in a lot of my music. That's what I'm really trying to do now with the single thing, is be more like out of body, out of just being about me, the music just be about me. It's also about my, my talent and what I could create. Cause, one of the things I do is I write for other artists. And that's something that I really enjoy doing, because I can step out of who I am and my story and create something different. You know what I'm saying? So uh, yeah, so that's really where I'm aiming right now, is to try, just different stuff, and, step out the box, and not always make my music about me, because I feel like I make so much music that's about my story,
right.
about the struggle, about, drugs and, banging and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm trying to just show the artist in me. You know what I mean?
I was just about to ask you that. That's going to segue into what I was just about to say. It was like, how, since you work with so many artists, you're writing for so many artists, you're producing, you're engineering, how do you stay creative without almost mimicking or making the same music that everybody else is making?
I hate it, because of the deep hatred of doing that. Not the music. Right. I love all different types of music, however you can express yourself. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I hate the thought of just being the same every time. Even when I'm writing a verse, I don't like to have the same cadence throughout the whole verse or the whole song. I like to change it up every so often, because of stuff like that. I don't want to sound like nobody else. When I'm engineering or producing, I don't want them to sound like everybody else, unless that's their aim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
how do you even, like, I watched, I don't know if you follow T-Pain on YouTube or Instagram, when he had that damn rant. Like, how do you address an artist if he comes in here and be like, I want to make music like this because it's trending? Do you be like, all right, I'm gonna just do it and take the money? Or you try to mentor them and be like, hey, you gotta be a little more creative, you gotta think outside the box, you don't be like somebody else, be like who you trying to really be? Like, how's that work?
He said, "Oh, just take the money." That's funny.
People say that to me when it comes to music videos. Are you really, are you going to be creative, or are you just going to let them do whatever and not try to give them better ideas, and you're just going to take the cash? Sometimes I just take the cash because,
Now, with me, it's just, however somebody wants to express themselves, that's not up to me to choose. You know what I'm saying? So because I have, like we was just talking about, I got people that influence me too. You know what I'm saying? People might say, hey, bro, you sound like Exhibit. Yeah, that's one of the people that I used to grow up listening to. So I can see that. I can feel how that, but since it's more conventional and you can accept it, then maybe that it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so you kind of got to be open-minded to something like that. Everybody's doing it. It's a wave. Every wave only lasts so long. So Everybody got to hop on the wave. And today, you know, what's crazy is a lot of these rappers are really fans. Like they rapping and they doing the motions, but they're not really, you know, this isn't really the career. You know what I'm saying? So you got that mixed in with business. You know what I'm saying? So every client isn't artist. You know, every client might want to be an artist, and maybe one day they might be. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this is just how they find themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I never try to mess anybody's energy up. So whatever you want to create, I always give my input, but it is up to you to create whatever your vision is.
I can dig it. I just want to know because, you know, I've been in a few studios and then it's just like, y'all not going to tell this boy that this don't sound like help him out. Like, you know what I mean? If is he helping punch in if he's not going to punch in?
Oh, no, definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's something different. You know,
Okay,
quality
yeah.
over
Quality,
everything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like what type of music you want to make, that's just all on you, you know?
Yeah. So tell me some of your core values that you believe in 100% that you're not going to move on in life, and does that transition into the music industry or how you navigate it?
Oh, yeah, my morals and values over trump everything. You know what I'm saying? I lose a lot of homies over my morals and values because they put music over their morals and values. So I definitely am strong on, you know, family, loyalty, love, empathy. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble, no matter how much, you know, I can have $5 or 5 racks. You don't know how, you know, I'm big on that. So, you know, those are some of the core things that absolutely in music, you know, because they're my foundation first before music. Music is important to me, but nothing's more important to me than, you know, my code of conduct, who I am, you know what I'm saying, and what I stand for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that integrity, I think, you know, will do. All businesses got is not good business. All money ain't good money. And, you know, being able to stand on your integrity and, you know, put boundaries on certain things in life that come your way, I think that would benefit everybody, and everybody just not accepting everything or being yes men, you know, to get to I say a higher position in whatever you're trying to do. Let me get your opinion on. They say hard work beats talent. But even though people are talented, do you think luck and timing plays a role in that?
Man, you know what? That's funny. That's funny you asked me that, right? Hard work beats talent, right? So I think energy beats all of it.
Okay.
You know, that's how you could train. If you ever seen somebody, they the best basketball players in the world. They training hard. You get beat by Russia. It just happened. It was their time. You know what I'm saying?
That's like the
It
U.S.
was
team right
a-
now losing to Africa. Like, they're getting demolished right now.
It's not their time. It's
not
just
their
their
time?
time. Everybody got to have their time. So I believe energy overrules everything, over talent, over everything. You know what I mean? That's how you got niggas that you think suck, but you like, why are they winning? It's their time, their energy. It's more than just what they, you know, their talent offer. You know?
What advice would you give a newcomer? Like, say, you know, I reached out to you and you never met me and I knew you was an artist and I was like, hey, like, I want to be an artist. What steps would I take to becoming, you know, to just get my feet wet, or some type of guideline or steps to take becoming a new artist?
Ain't no steps. You know, it goes on energy again. You know, if it's in you or not, to how far you'll go. But if I could give anybody some advice for the beginning, it's just to invest and not give up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can invest and you can lose and you be like, I did everything right, but nothing right happened. You feel me? You got to keep investing. You got to keep believing in yourself and just keep investing and, you know, create your own character of who you're trying to push. Not like you got to do some fake shit, but if you make it entertaining to other people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling, you know, a lot of artists that are around me, like, bro, you know, I got kids too, but I'm not posting about them 24/7 like this. Like, you know, you look like a regular person, so how can you be a regular person and a superstar? You can't do that. So, you know, find a balance.
Yeah. What would you say would be your what are you most proud of to date? And that doesn't have to be, just music, but just what are you most proud of that you've accomplished to date? And why do you keep making music? Or what influences you to keep making music?
My biggest accomplishment is that I have kids and they love me. And they worship the ground that I walk on. Those little motherfuckers. No, it's funny. Don't cut that.
They always say, no matter what, them are going to be the persons that love you unconditionally, no matter what.
Those are my biggest accomplishments. I love my kids. And what keeps me doing music is just, I can say some fly shit, but just honestly, what keeps me doing music is it's just in me. Like, I can't stop. And I think the true artists that are really artists feel the same way. You could say you're going to stop. You say, nigga, I'm going to quit, nigga. I'm tired of this shit. Nobody support me. Not the niggas that I want to support me don't support. Whatever your feelings are. But, nigga, if you're a real artist, you ain't going to stop. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't stop.
If you were to completely have to, okay, I'm going to say this. If you had to start over again from scratch, what would you do different?
I wouldn't do nothing different. I love my struggle. I love my struggle.
What about your
my struggle made me who I am today.
Okay.
It made me humble. It made me appreciative. It made me appreciate having money and having nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I absolutely wouldn't change nothing. The times I done got fucked over, nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. It's all a part of my story. I wouldn't have no story if it was perfect. It wouldn't you want to listen to it.
I think having that story for me, it helps me relate with people. Helps me identify, like, just saying, like, damn, if they can get through some stuff, you know what I mean? It just gives you that motivation to keep pushing. What's your ultimate goal right now? I know you have things that you want to attain before you get to your ultimate goal, but how do you see yourself as fully finished artist or a fully finished accomplished man in doing what you're doing?
How do I see myself? Damn, that's a good question. I set so many goals for myself that it's kind of hard for me to kind of put that in words. That's a good answer. Can you ask that question again? Ask me that question.
So basically, what I'm basically asking you is, how do you see yourself as a fully finished, accomplished man in the world and then in music? So the final product of who you are.
The final product. I don't even really know how to answer that, because it's like I can't stop evolving. I don't really even understand how. That's why it's fucking me up. Cause how would I answer something like that? Because I can't really answer. How would you want to see
yourself? How would you want to see yourself as a full?
I honestly haven't even seen myself this far. So everything else is a bonus. So I just keep pushing forward, and I'm excited about everything that keeps coming. So that's wow.
I mean, because you just never know, like, how deep someone goes introspectively of how they see themselves, the standards that they hold for themselves, the accomplishments and the goals that they're holding for themselves. And, like, they'll be like, once I do all of this or I attain all of this, this is who I want to be. You know what I mean?
We all have high goals. We all want to be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So that's always the goal. If we talk about life, that's different. Yeah. I'm trying to own, businesses. I own businesses, but I'm trying to continue to own businesses and continue to get money and continue to invest and try to, be a millionaire for sure. But for music, I don't know.
Yeah,
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Man, that's just thinking about stuff like that, man. You just never really know, what people, just their process, their thought process. You know what I mean? It's for me, like I'm an introvert, so I'm heavily introspective of how I'm handling myself, my life, and where I'm going, because I don't allow a lot of people into my circle. You know what I mean? So, just thinking about my life and my struggle is just like, I don't want to be who I was, and I see success, I see it, but it's just like, how do you get it? And if I get that, is that going to be enough? And once I get that, am I going to be happy with it?
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's, I don't know, man. I'm weird sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it really starts within you.
Yeah.
It's not the money, it's, you know.
But a lot of people would be like, a lot of people that I've ran into, monetary and, you know, materialistic stuff, they be like, money can buy you happiness. And I'm like, how long until you 60 and you by yourself? You know, and then you on your
That's
deathbed.
not always the story, though.
Yeah, I was just saying. So it's just, there's so many scenarios that, you know, you can have future-wise.
You won't know till you get it.
There you go.
You know, it's all about, like the saying goes, it's not money that change you, it's money that show you who you really are. So you won't know until
I
you
ain't
get
never
it.
heard it put that way.
Yeah. So you won't know till you get it. Gotta touch it.
Yeah.
But that's why the struggle makes you, you know, appreciate stuff.
It
it's hard.
molds you not to be a dickhead when you get money.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Because, you
For
know,
some.
for some,
some.
bro, for some. Because I done see people turn their backs on their mama when they get a little dollar, man. It's a cold world out here. So what do you think as far as, I mean, when you look at New York, when you look at Atlanta, when you look at LA, it seems like the culture for music in the music industry is a lot deeper and it's a lot more rooted. What do you think that we would have to do in San Diego to build that same networking culture?
I think that niggas are. I think it's starting to come together, you know, like I've been doing this shit for a minute. So I went through the phases of shit. So like in the beginning, it was like no support. And a little bit further, it was like only certain niggas would support certain niggas. And then now it's kind of like not everybody holding hands supporting shit, but you know, it took so much leaps. And I just feel like it just got to keep evolving. We got to keep falling to learn how to keep going up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just really proud of where it's at right now, from seeing where it used to be. From it used to be, you know, but you know, it's kind of cool now.
I think I came in right in the middle when people were the whole only certain sets or certain people support only certain artists from certain areas.
It's kind of still like that, but not as much.
Not as much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of just stay out the way and just pretty much do my research and see who's going to be the next up-and-coming artist. I think one of my favorite artists outside of you is Ryan Anthony and Hardini. Hardini is moving shit. And to see his work ethic, I was like, bro, how are you doing a lot of music? Like, I'm like, I know you got a family, bro. Like, so are you sleeping in the studio with your family or how's this working?
Sometimes, little bro, get it in here.
Because dude be working, man.
Yeah.
And then just seeing some of the artists that him being up with Whack 100 and seeing him with True Car and seeing him with Blueface, I was like that happened in like 1 year. Like, just his progression was fucking insane.
Yeah.
In 1 year, bro.
He's been doing it for a minute, but yeah.
So I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, bro, but let the fans know what you have in store. Because I know you just dropped, like I say, you dropped a new video. What else you got coming for us?
I got 2 new videos about to drop. And I'm working on a project, but I haven't got it together yet. So I'm just dropping singles right now until we get there. But all my social media is at Looselyric, so you can find me at Looselyric everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Spotify. You on all the major streaming sites too, right?
I'm on everything.
On everything?
Looselyric. Loose lyric.
Bet, G. Appreciate you coming in, man. I knew at one point I was going to reach out to you before you reached out to me. I was like, because I could tell that the movement that you had behind you, man, I was like, you know, he has amassed a big following. And it was like someone I wanted to pick the brain of because you have so many things that you got going on. And just to see, you know, the work and the dedication behind, you know, everything you're doing also not only, you know, supports your family, but it also gives us motivation out here. Like, you never really know who you reaching or who you motivating behind closed doors. And, you know, seeing you do all this and everybody else, I'm just like, bro, everybody out here moving. So it encourages me to keep doing what I'm doing and be able to, you know, give platforms to artists and stuff like that so they can, you know, reach more people that they wouldn't reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But shit, I appreciate you coming, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Next time, I'm gonna have you in here. Also, I do more than just artist shit. So we could talk about trending shit too, just FYI.
Oh, okay, for sure.
So if you wanna come in here and you wanna talk, Brandon, bro, we can get in here and we can have this thing. I got more than 2 mics.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah,
So we can come in here and we can have real motherfucking conversations.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
sure.
about our culture, about, you know, just how we need to move together as a unit, you know, man and black woman and black man, whatever y'all want to talk about, we can do that.
Okay, for sure, yeah.
For sure. Oh, also, any of y'all got merchandise? You guys selling things, t-shirts, anything like that? Let me know because I put commercials in these. So I promote things like that as well. Shit, so I ain't gonna keep y'all though, man. I appreciate you coming out, bro.
Sure, bro, too.
All right.